Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Daily Sun. Let me take the story. So the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has lauded the call by 50 lawmakers for the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that's IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He said there were expectations that the Southeast Caucus of the House would also join the call for the release of the IPOB leader. A group of 50 lawmakers led by the member representative Ukwano, Umuahia Federal Constituency, had written to the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, appealing for Nnamdi's release, has been standing trial for the alleged treason. The Deputy Speaker noted that Kanu's release was crucial to the restoration of peace in the Southeast. It's going to be a milestone, has been recorded in his private engagement with the authorities on achieving a political solution in Nnamdi Kanu's case. So we hope that gets attended to by the President. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, so I have the CBN story. So the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Kodoso, says inflationary pressure has started dropping as a result of the central bank's policy measures, which aim to reduce the current inflation rate of 33.69%. He also revealed that the country recorded a total foreign exchange inflow of about 24 billion in the first quarter of 2024, which is about 50% above the inflows recorded in previous quarters up to 2021. The governor also declared that the days of excessive naira volatility were over, highlighting the positive impact of the monetary policy tools employed by the Apex Bank to tackle the challenges facing the forex markets. He also stressed that the Monetary Policy Committee sees inflation as an impediment to the future of Nigeria and will do everything in its control to tackle it. So let's see how this will pan out.
Okay.
Yes, so I was taking the story of DAPMAN, which is the Depot and Petroleum Products Marketers Association of Nigeria. They've disclosed that no member of their association has imported fuel that fell short of the specifications of the Nigerian midstream and downstream regulatory authorities. The vice president of this oil and gas, Dangote Industries Limited, Mr. Davkuma Edwin, had mentioned, I know I took that story on Monday, that during this, he did a press release and mentioned that there were importation of fuel that has high sulfur content, but the NMDPRA has granted license indiscriminately according to them. But DAPMA has come to say that every member of their own association have kept to the regulation, that the regulation was that the sulfur content within AGU must be less than 200 ppm, and they follow that regulation. The country plans by later in the year, they will bring it down to 50 ppm, that's sulfur limitation on petrol and AGU. They also sort of threw in a spanner saying that Dangote Refinery has not even installed its desulfurization equipment, as the sulfur is a blend of AGU, presently exceeds 50 ppm. So long and short is they are compliant, according to them.
Okay, The Guardian. Poor states rack up debts, leave $335 billion minerals to illegal miners. FG bans single use of plastic and styrofoam packs in MDAs. Clark urges Tinubu to intervene in Rivers' political logjam. Despite denial, Sokoto Assembly considers new bill against Sultan. And Band A, court restrains Ikeja Electric NERK from applying new tariff. Okay, which story?
Okay, so I have the ban on styrofoam. According to the Guardian, there's a new law now banning styrofoam. The federal government has banned the use of single-use plastic across all their MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies. And the House of Reps had earlier called on the federal government to ban the production and importation of distribution and use of styrofoam and single-use plastics. But now the federal government has directed the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Agency and other relevant agencies to monitor the quality of packaging of foods and beverages, particularly in fast-moving consumer goods, across ensuring global best practices across their MDAs. And examples of such plastic are plastic bread bags and their tags, plastic bottles, styrofoam takeaways, containers, straws and cups, and these are things that are not even microwavable. The State House correspondent after the FEC meeting addressed media and said that the Minister of State for Environment, Isiaq Adekunle Salako, said that the use of single-use plastics are banned aligns with the federal government's broader plastic waste management strategy, and they become banned across the country. I'm also hoping, since the FCCP has been directed to look into this, they will also look at how this ban and lack of cheaper options affect pricing with food sellers.
Okay, another story in Guardian. Bande, you have the story.
Yes, so I have the story on the Federal High Court in Lagos has restrained the Ikeja Electric PLC and the Nigerian Electric Regulatory Commission, NERK, from implementing the new tariff, saying that the tariff was brought in April, and they are saying that the order is saying they shouldn't implement the Band 8 tariff. The case was taken to court by Reader National Plastics Limited, and Justice Chukwe Aneke has said that the interim injunction, after hearing the ex parte application, has been granted that by Reader National Plastics Council. And the plan now is that they would, pending determination on the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction, he has adjourned the suit till July 9 for hearing of the motion, and we're waiting. Meanwhile, NERK has already threatened to sanction distribution companies who failed to complete the migration of token identification standard transfer specification meters. These type of meters are the ones that have been recommended, and the National Electricity Supply Industry Stakeholders Meeting 2024 would commence, and we're hoping that since they've agreed, the stakeholders have already agreed to this particular new system, all of them should comply, that the sanction will be meted out to discos that fail to comply with the particular system. And Guardian is saying it is compulsory for them to comply to it. I am feeling I know how much we are paying for light. So any injunction right now is welcome.
Yes,
we will welcome any injunction that we can get.
They are not bringing
See that I mistakenly went to go and turn on my heater for 1 hour. I was shaking. Brown,
No, but
I forgot the heater for a whole hour, so it's not funny at all. Vanguard. Tinubu to consult governors, OPS as organized private sector on the minimum wage, says federal government. FG moves to sell 3 aircraft in presidential fleet to buy 1. I think I took that story already. Cholera, Tinubu directs effect to set up committee to oversee emergency operations. Davido 2024. Lagos Island stands still as Davido Chioma exchange marital vows. Rivers crisis, anti-Fubara protest rocks Port Harcourt. DMO attributes rise in public debt to forex reforms and NPR hikes. No plan to dethrone Sultan, says Sokoto government. And insecurity, NSA alerts on terrorist recruitment plots using media platforms. Okay.
Okay, so the NSA was represented by the National Counter-Terrorism Center coordinator, Major General Adamu Laka. And at this event that they had with media, he was charging media to strongly try to clearly verify information, saying that terrorists are now doing their job by using media influence. He said, although information is power, I strongly believe this, saying that the kind of information we process and the manner we communicate them should be a matter of great concern. And so information could be functional when with positive expectations, or dysfunctional and with consequences that are negative and life-threatening. He's saying that the media houses are a conveyor belt and can therefore influence either positively or negatively. So the training that they had were saying that terrorist groups will boost their membership of these media houses or media platform, networking sites, online propaganda, as well as mainstream and traditional medium of communication, using them, of course, to forge ahead their evil plans. So media houses have been given a new duty to ensure.
So, for those of you that didn't attend the wedding yesterday, so the reports, all the newspapers have it. So Victoria Line stood still yesterday for a show-stopping traditional wedding of Afrobeat superstar David Adeleke and Chioma Rowland. The highlight of the wedding, which in the last week was the fact that he presented her with an 85 million SUV from GAC Motors. Harbour Point, where the event was held, was a beehive with various dignitaries and different people attending. One of the quotes from Davido, from Chioma's father, says that when he was praying for Davido and his daughter, he said, Lord, I know he's flawed, but please sustain this union, by Mr. Rowland. And the groom got into the venue riding one of his luxurious automobiles, a Mercedes Maybach, and he was dressed in the full traditional Igbo attire, waved to fans and admirers. I love the union of the Igbo and the Yoruba culture.
And the way they embraced
I
it.
love the fact that we always remind ourselves in this way, kind of weddings like that, that we are one Nigeria and we are they're just a wonderful people with different unique cultures, and we respect each other's cultures.
Yeah.
I really love that the Igbo culture really was really highlighted.
Yes.
And even the Yoruba culture, because Sonny Ade still played, he came to play, I mean, the word they are, you know, it was a really beautiful union. So some of the dignitaries there, obviously, former President Olusegun Obasanjo was there. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his birthday was also yesterday, so he was there. Okay. The governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, Dapo Abiodun, Governor Obaseki Edo, ex-governor Udom Emmanuel. So many people were there. There's a Janzum Duma, Oni of Ife.
I have a girls with online police. So how come you cannot capture the face of Mr. Rowland at his daughter's wedding?
Yes, but you captured all the celebrities.
All the celebrities
but we
with
can't
no
see the
consign.
name of the face of
the father who raised a beautiful girl like that. And he carry his glory, sharp, snap.
Yeah,
All these
it
online
always happens
police,
like that.
online blogs, they know how to fall hand.
Some of the
Focus on the...
Sonny Ade was there, Kobe, I mean, was there? You're right. I didn't even remember that part.
I was able to see her mom, her makeup pictures.
Very beautiful.
But at the venue, when he was blessing that marriage, the focus should have been on him. At some point, he was dancing, camera was on Governor Adeleke. I was like, who be this person?
Yeah, let us see the father of the world.
The photographer, what is your problem?
You see, all these... You
even don't know the work.
Because the
These
people
He wants to look at her wedding pictures and see her dad. And I hope that the in-house photographer knows his job.
And I saw her sister.
Her sister is so beautiful.
I'm like, hey, this man get plenty.
Fine girls.
I'm telling you, they were all looking very
Congratulations to them. You know, I just wish them the best.
Yes.
Okay, let's go on a short break. When we come back, we want our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.